Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and silence all electronic devices as our ceremony will begin shortly. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our presiding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Stanford, Commander of the 65th Air Base Squadron, we welcome you to today's ceremony. My name is Staff Sergeant Latham Pugh, and I'm your narrator for today's ceremony. This afternoon, we pay special tribute to Senior Airman Brittany Shan and Tech Sergeant Dwayne Mitchell on this occasion for their promotion to the next rank. Let's have a round of applause for the Air Force's newest NCO and Senior NCO. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and playing of the Portuguese and American national anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, we would like to recognize our distinguished guests in attendance today. Please hold your applause until all the guests have been introduced. Commander, 65th Air Base Group, Colonel Brian Hardiman. Deputy Commander, 65th Air Base Group, Lieutenant Colonel Sean Littleton. Senior Enlisted Leader, 65th Air Base Group, Chief Master Sergeant Matthew Peace, and Technical Sergeant Mitchell's wife Karina and his daughter Zelda. We also would like to extend a special welcome to all commanders, senior enlisted leaders, and everyone in attendance here today. It's an honor to have you here. It is my pleasure to introduce the 65th Air Base Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Stanford. Sir, would you please take the stage for your opening remarks?
Oh, what a great day for you two. Especially getting to do it down here in the bullpen in the 65th ABS. It's great, and then for everybody coming out today, appreciate you guys coming out to celebrate their accomplishments here. So we'll start off a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about you, try to embarrass you a little bit before we get into the formalities of this. But we'll start with Airman Sheen. So coming to us, we originally from Michigan, so Michigan State fan, as I remember from way back when. So sorry about your luck being from Michigan. I got some OH. Okay, got Okay. You've taken it out on the high state from time to time in the past, so we'll let that go. But entering the Air Force, first assignment after going through Lajes, heading out to Milton Hall, you're tested on your trade craft. Okay. A couple of years at Milton Hall, learning, being a response coordinator, response member, working at VDOC. From there, you decided you wanted to stay overseas again, so now we're jumping the 2 ponds over to Kadena, again, where you continue to work on your trade trail, or perfecting your trade from there. Again, continuously showing more and more responsibility, getting different job sets, working past an ID, before coming over here to Lajes for yet another overseas assignment. So well done on maintaining that overseas presence. The pivotal time, in your career right now, you're making that jump from, airman into that senior NCO corps, NCO corps. You're now that frontline supervisor for those airmen that you're going to be charged to lead. So take what you've learned as that airman and things that you would have liked to have done differently. Now's your opportunity to take that and lead that next generation of airmen. As well as now you have to start looking up to your NCOs and working through their direction and spreading that information down as well as your officers above you. So being able to synthesize that data from the upper echelons to get it down to your airmen so they know exactly what they're doing from that time. Super proud. Glad we get to be here today to honor and recognize you as your promotion to staff sergeant. You're going to do great things, and looking forward for you getting that strike. Okay. Moving over to Tech Sergeant Mitchell here. So happy to have your family here. I know this is a remote assignment, and we don't always get to have this opportunity to have our families here at this time, but it's great that your wife's here and the baby. She didn't have to leave. We have her here, and the baby's up. It's amazing to get to share, this moment with them as you transition from that NCO corps to the senior corps. You're that technical expert right now in your career field, and now you're moving into that upper echelon, that senior Armed Force. So now, starting to balance, what's the enterprise of the Air Force and transitioning that information down to your NCO and your charged underneath you. Again, for your career, starting out at Dallas as that dedicated crew chief, not a bad first assignment. Heading out to the bright and shiny desert there in Las Vegas. But from there, got to come here for his first time. So for you all don't know, this is Second Sergeant Mitchell's second time through Lajes. So, got to come out here, and that's where he transitioned from a dedicated crew chief to the transient alert lifestyle that he's been living in ever since. So, did his time here at Lajes. Things have changed since the last time you were here. But, from that assignment, you went out to Yokota. So this is something for Sergeant Mitchell where he started to kind of branch out from the normal career path as just that maintenance officer and that TA. So this is where he starts getting into the resiliency piece of the Air Force business. Start working in the sapper and working with base resiliency to, again, looking after our airmen. So you can kind of see where he's coming from in that development of his skills, but also taking care of the airmen underneath of him. And you're going to need that as you move forward to that senior NCO ability. Again, super excited for you. I'm glad I get to be a part of this. This is one of the best parts of being a commander is get to recognize the people in our hard work that they've put into this. And especially having the family here as well, and to be a part of this. So with that concludes my remarks. Let's get on with the show.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Stanford. Senior Master Sergeant Oakes, would you please join Lieutenant Colonel Stanford on stage? A great responsibility follows with the promotion, one that will require personal sacrifice, unwavering commitment, and constant excellence. More will be expected of you now than ever before, but there is a reason you are here today. Through your actions, the standards you have surpassed, and your constant display of leadership, you have proven beyond any doubt that you are more than ready for this responsibility. Promoting to the rank of Staff Sergeant, Senior Airman Brittany Shan. Senior Airman Brittany Shan has requested that Master Sergeant Black and Staff Sergeant Kinnaman come forward to pin on her new rank.
Maybe
You're going on leave, so we don't have to worry about you going down on our list.
I am nervous. Knock me out.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
Senior Airman Brittany Shan has requested that Tech Sergeant Medina come forward to give the NCO charge. Would all NCOs please stand for the reading of the charge? No staple this time, so. Yeah, no staple.
As a non-commissioned officer of the United States Air Force, you are charged with the following. Please raise your right hand. You are in charge with ensuring that personnel and resources under your control are effectively used. You are in charge with remaining alert to detect adverse morale trends and initiating corrective actions within your control, providing appropriate feedback to superiors. You are charged with maintaining the highest level of communication and rapport with subordinates, remaining attuned to their needs, being ever mindful that the key is empathy, not apathy. You are charged with actively encouraging and motivating both off and on duty involvement in the unit and base activity by leading the way. You are charged with ensuring that people are treated fairly by all agencies and activities, both off and on base, and initiating corrective action in any instance which violates this principle. You are charged with always wearing the uniform properly and ensuring compliance from subordinates. You are charged with a personal responsibility to take advantage of on-duty education program which will enhance your professional development in preparation to assume increased leadership responsibilities in your quest to attain higher NCO grades. You are charged at all times with presenting an image of competence, integrity, and pride, the image of professional, non-commissioned officer. Do you accept these charges?
Congratulations to our newest non-commissioned officer, and thank you to Master Sergeant Black, Technical Sergeant Medina, and Staff Sergeant Kinnaman. Promoting to the rank of Master Sergeant, Technical Sergeant Dwayne Mitchell. Technical Sergeant Dwayne Mitchell has requested that his wife Karina and his daughter Zelda come forward to pin on his new rank.
Good.
Hit him.
Do it.
Technical Sergeant Dwayne Mitchell has also requested that Master Sergeant Lorcher give the senior non-commissioned officer charge. Would all senior NCOs please stand for the reading of the charge? There you go, boss.
As a senior non-commissioned officer in the United States Air Force, you are charged with the following. Please raise your right hand. You are charged with continuing to perform equally as a leader and manager. You are charged with securing professional military education for yourself and your subordinates. You are charged with accepting responsibilities and promptly executing duties and lawful orders. You are charged with continuing to broaden the management skills essential to exercising the responsibilities of higher leadership positions in which a Master Sergeant serves. You are charged with thoroughly understanding Air Force standards, customs, and courtesies while maintaining exemplary standards. You are charged with ensuring proper custody and safekeeping of resources entrusted to your care. You are charged with assisting subordinates in adjusting to the military environment and their organization of assignment. You are charged with recognizing and rewarding superior performance. You are charged with encouraging self-improvement through off-duty education. You are charged with supporting your NCO open mess to enhance the cohesion and camaraderie of the NCO Corps. You are charged with being a total professional at all times, on or off duty. Do you accept these charges?
I accept these charges!
Congratulations to our newest senior non-commissioned officer, and thank you to Karina, Zelda, and Master Sergeant Lorcher. Senior Master Sergeant Oakes, would you please come forward for your closing remarks?
All right, well, now we want to get to the cake and the beer and everything else, so I guess I'll finish this pretty quick. Sergeant Shan, great day for you today. Obviously, it's a watershed moment in your career, going from airman to sergeant, big deal. So I hope you savor it, hope you reflect on it, and I hope you come back tomorrow, today, or as you go back on duty right after this, with the NCO mindset, taking care of people. Obviously, you've excelled as an airman. You were able to take care of yourself. You were able to handle business, and that's brought you to where you are today. But now's the day where you start taking care of others, and making sure that they're taken care of. Because that's from here on out. The higher up you go, that's all that really matters. So, congratulations to you. We're glad to have you here. Talk to your senior NCO leadership and your leadership. What I know about you is that you're well respected, well regarded, and you're a great part of the team. And that's a huge part of being successful as an NCO, is bringing the team together. So continue those virtues, continue to develop on that. I know it'll be achieved one day. So good luck to you. Thank you for being here. And also, she's kind of a sneakerhead, because I am too. I've seen her with dunks, horses, so I can't afford as much stuff, but yeah, keep that shoe collection going, because you get a little bit more money out of this. So, Sergeant Mitchell, what'd you do, man? Why'd you leave the best rank in the Air Force? Tech Sergeant. So, it's, I do kid about that. It is a great rank to be a Tech Sergeant, but Master Sergeant, it's all about people now. It's all about how you take care of your folks. Like your job, okay, whatever that was. Now it's just about getting teams of people, teams of teams to start working together, like going past those boundaries that present itself amongst other AFSCs, other organizations, and just making it happen. So to that I say, welcome to the E7 Mafia. Welcome to that group of folks that makes the things happen, that makes things happen across state. You're going to be part of that conduit to making everything happen. So it's a lot of responsibility, and it comes with a price sometimes, but you will see the dividends of your actions. And I'm so glad your family's here. I'm so glad that your wife and your daughter could be here. I remember my daughter walked right up on stage while I was up here, like without me. So I know this is kind of unforgettable for you. So thank you so much for being here, for being with your husband on this assignment. I mean, it's I know it means a lot to him, and it means a lot to us that you're part of that. So other than that, let's get on with the show.
Thank you, Senior Master Sergeant Oakes. This concludes today's ceremony. A final thank you to Colonel Hardiman, Lieutenant Colonel Littleton, Lieutenant Colonel Stanford, Chief Master Sergeant Peace, Senior Master Sergeant Oakes, and everyone in attendance. We ask that you now stand for the playing of the Air Force song. Following the Air Force song, please congratulate Master Sergeant Mitchell and Staff Sergeant Shan, and please enjoy the cake and refreshments.
LT, come up in front. Yeah. Woo! That's the chief now. And face us. What are you doing? Face the flag. There we go. Off is the first word. We don't need the music. Let's go, LT.
All right, ready?
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Attaboys, give it a gun, give it a gun! Down we dive, spouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, or we're down in flames. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
Oh, yeah. Just some perception. You gotta make a note.